Oops. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be back on stream. It's been just different around here. So, but not to say it's good or bad or anything like that. Things are cool. But let's say hi to the chat. We'll talk about our favorite stocks, see what's going on here, see what stocks are moving, what stocks aren't moving, and which ones I think may have a move coming up. And then I may do a little bit of a channel update, or maybe I'll do a video or something. But let's see what is going on first. Diane, hello, what is up? William, howdy. Cost started running around at 3:40 today, 3:40 p.m. today, jumped in 25% in 20 minutes, jumped 25% in 20 minutes. Jeez, had 1 to 2 halts. Dang, I think it was running. Dog says, are we live? We are live today. What is up? SDC brokers to end trading. I'm not sure what that is. A survey of yours. What's up, DB? Omar says PROG could make a run tomorrow. I might load up. Right, Omar. We'll talk about PROG in a second, because I was heartbroken, is what I'll say. Fenderman says, ooh, finally here before it starts. What is up, Fender? Pop says, CEI is killing me. I might dump it and jump big into PROG and BBIG. Devin, hey, everyone. What's good, Corey? What is up, my friend? Tim says, wild. I'm out of salt. William's out of salt. Tim, wild. Thank you, Pop. I appreciate it. Devin, it's time to buy Workhorse. Let me tell you, Workhorse. We're going to talk about Workhorse. We're going to talk about some of these stocks and why I'm so flipping bullish on some of these stocks, like ridiculously. Carrot, hola, what is up? Eric says, how you doing? Bit of a slow day on AMC, but it was a perfect day to add in my position on AMC. Fantastic, Eric. I'm so happy you're still adding your position on AMC. Good for you. I think I'm very, like I always say, I'm very comfortable with my AMC position, and at this point I gotta keep spicing it up, right? I'm starting to get a little, I don't want to say bored, but kind of, I'm holding and I'll hold, it is what it is, and I'll hold for as long as it takes, truth be told. But I want to do some more plays. Like I'm really into trading right now. I want to be moving around, and so that's why I'm kind of have a little bit of play money on the side and kind of messing around with some other things. And if I make enough money and AMC is primed and ready to go, I'll probably just dump it in AMC. PROG gamma squeeze coming. Actually, that's a great point, Eric. I didn't think about that. It moving up so quickly, and then the gamma squeeze. I'm not sure. I'm sure now it has the eyes of a bunch of people, because a lot of people have been talking about PROG for a while, right? They were like, oh, it's gonna run. People are like, oh, this is just a hedgy thing. Like they're just trying to pump it to get people out of AMC. And yeah, that could be the case. I really can't confirm nor deny. But yeah, all I know is I missed out on making some money on PROG, and it was the only stock that I was one of the most bullish in that I did not take a position. I took a position in every other stock I'm relatively bullish in. PROG was one of the ones that I was one of the most bullish in based on the numbers, and for some reason I did not take a position. And yesterday I was really I was beating myself up a little too much for not taking a position in PROG, because I wanted to take one for literally weeks. I have zero excuse as to why I did not take a position in that stock, and I paid the price, literally. But it is what it is. Missed opportunities are what happen. Best thing I can do now moving forward is look at the T+2 for tomorrow, or whenever it comes out tomorrow, and see if there's still a play. I'm sure there's still a huge play to be made in PROG, but we'll take a look. And I found some other plays that I'm interested in that I want to take a look with you guys. Frankie, we're going to talk about that as well. So let's go ahead and talk about AMC. So our beloved AMC, right? I agree, Yokami. So AMC was down 1.15% on the day today, right? Ended at $36.82. In the after hours, down just a tad more, a couple cents, but so no big deal. But the big thing about AMC today is we're going to hop straight into the Ortex data whenever we talk about each stock. I'm going to change this up a little bit as we go. So there was a short interest update really quick. Let's go back down to, Columbus Day over here. Ortex did do a tweet. Due to the Columbus Day holiday, some parts of the markets, for example, bond market, are closed today. So everything is working as normal. However, lending volume is significantly lower than normal. Thus, stocks don't have a lot of updates. So quick thing there, but there was an update today, 3 hours ago, this is for AMC short interest update, following yesterday's release of short interest data for September 30th by NYSE and NASDAQ. We have adjusted our short interest estimates for all stocks as we do twice a month, right? And this is a bit of a correction. We have to keep in mind short interest, from my understanding for these, is probably more of a general, not estimate, but kind of like an estimate of where, it literally says short interest estimates for all stocks, right? And it's kind of a correction that happened. So it says the estimated short interest for AMC is 17.62% of the free float. Utilization 86.52%, right? So what does this mean? Actually, Fenderman, I do want to talk about straddle plays. Remind me whenever we talk about PROG. So where was I? So the short interest has updated, and the short interest is super just low. I mean, not super low. What am I saying? I apologize. It's not where it was before. It dropped a little bit. So let's take a look before I go too crazy and see where we are sitting at, right? So let's do one thing at a time. Let's go ahead and start with the short interest since we're currently talking about that. And we can see it dropped, right? It was trending upward, and then it kind of just tumbled out of nowhere. And realistically, this is just the update that happened. Now, what does this mean? We look at stocks all the time, and whenever something has a short interest over, let's say 15%, I think that's pretty significant, right? Let's look at January, right? We can see January, the stock moved and the short interest was only at, 12.45%. Currently it's at 17%. So even though the short interest dropped, if you want to say plummeted, if you want to be real dramatic, went down 3%. Even though it came down like that, big deal, right? I'm not worried about it at all. I think it's perfectly fine. 17% is plenty for it to move. Okay. And I'll just leave it at that. The shares on loan, right, continuing to increase steadily, even with the update and everything with the short interest. Shares on loan is back to increasing. We're not quite where we were previously at an all-time high of 155 million, but we are at 113 million, right, which really isn't too bad. I feel just fine about it. Might take a little bit for it to get back up there, but heck, if it took another 60 days, that's fine by me. Heck, even if it took until February, I would have long-term gains at that point. Are along, and that would drive down my taxes. It'd be worth every single penny to wait that long, and I'm more than willing to wait that long for this stock because based on these numbers, I don't believe that it's over. Based on these numbers, right? Utilization is something that I want to see trend upward again. I wanted to see above 95%. Currently, it was heading kind of in that direction. It was at 94%. And then, we had a bit of a move from $31 to about $51. And so in that move, the short interest went down just a little bit. And it's kind of been a little flatter right now, right? So as long as this, I'm just going to continue to wait. I have all the time in the world, and I'm going to let it continue to hold. Dronoid says it was 135 million, not 155 million for the shares on loan. I don't know. Shares on loan right here says 155 million. You can see it at the very top, right next to my mouse over here. So, but sure, if you want to see 135 million, that's fine. Still have a little ways to go. For it to have its move, okay? And you're probably saying back over here, so 100, maybe you're talking about back here, 135 million, which is fair. I'll give you that. Either way, I think it's going to take a second. I'm not going to hop in and out because I don't want to play it that way, but I think it might take just a little bit longer for that to keep on moving. Frankie says, how does the AMC short interest drop with no uptick in price? So that's a great question, right? Now, I don't really have a definitive answer for this, because theoretically you would think that the short interest drop because somebody covered, and without seeing any kind of price action, that really doesn't make any sense, right? But I see that, we can see here that it's a short interest estimate, right, for all stocks, and they calibrate it twice a month, right? When they did their calibration, it was different. It was different. We've seen this happen before. Whenever the short interest was all the way at, where was it previously? There was one that we talked about for a while. I think it was back here. Yeah, it was at 18.93%. And I think this is probably around the time of the correction. Literally, it was the same day, right? So it was the 12th, July 12th. And we saw that, right? July 12th, we saw it went from 18.93% on the 11th, and the 12th, 15.39%, right? A 4% drop. And we see that. And then what happens? It continues to trend upward. I think this is going to continue to trend upward. We haven't seen any kind of crazy movement since the last time this happened. So let's see if it holds true. Yeah, we can see here again, right? So it was the 20.41 on the 10th. And on the 13th, it went down to 19, and then it went to like 18. It just kind of drops, right? It drops, but the thing that I take away from this personally is it drops, then it climbs back up, right? It drops, and then it climbs back up. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the climb back up. So this drop right here doesn't feel good, right? But I'm not going to paper hands, right? This is just one little metric of this whole perfect storm that we need to happen. And again, I'm perfectly fine waiting with everything going on. Okay. And that's my feel about it. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at GameStop. GameStop was down 1.28% on the day. Currently sitting at $175.82. And the after hours basically flat, up and down 0%. So Dogecoin at 22 cents, bit of a retracement. I'm fine with it. Bitcoin, 56,200. Carnival Cruise Line, still super bullish on this. I'm telling you, I really, really, really like this stock long term. If the AMC play was over and I was diversifying, I would put a big chunk into Carnival over the next. I'd play a leap 6 months out or even a year out, because I think it's going to pay handsomely. This is one of the plays I'm 1,000,000% personally going to get into, make your own financial decisions, but I feel good about it. Hey, what's up, Robert? BBIG had huge moves today, still moving in the after hours, right? Was up 19.89% on the day. Currently in the after hours at just past 7 cents. It's at 7.01. It's up an additional 9.7% in the after hours, which is dang huge, right? Just insane. And so we finally passed through. So this is my candle right here that I was looking for, the $5.70. And it looks like we finally broke through it. I don't know what kind of candles I was looking at. Probably the 4-hour candles or something. Right. And we had this false, this bear or bull trap here. And then it went back down. And now we just broke through like ridiculously. This is where I would have put the other candle level of resistance / support. Let me go ahead and put it here. We'll do a horizontal line right here. I'll make this green. And I feel good about this line right here. Based on all of these touch points, just so many touch points, that I really like that level of support. And currently we're at $7.01. So we'll see what happens with this one. We'll watch the short interest in 2 days. So I guess today's Tuesday, so it would be Thursday, and we'll see where they are with the short interest there. Oh, well, let's also take a look at BBIG while we're in here in Ortex. We'll take a look at BBIG. Okay, utilization still 99.83%, solid. Well, and keep in mind, these are probably going to change a little bit, but we can see right here, right? The shares on loan is 2 million off from the all-time high. Insane. I mean, you can see how it's been increasing drastically as the price has been decreasing because they've continued to short the stock. Hey, what's up, Mo? And then we can see here the shares on loan, utilization solid. Short interest on the free float is not quite at all-time high. All-time high being 27.53, currently at 24.33%, right? Just like you can tell, it's easy by this point. I'm sure you can look at these numbers and see like it's just looking super solid. So What I do is I wait 2 days. So I'm going to wait T+2, wait till Thursday, see what the numbers look like. And well, I've already had my position, so I'm going to chill. But if I were to add to my position, I would see what the T+2 looks like, make sure it's still going to move, and then take my position. I'd probably wait. I probably wouldn't do a T+2. I'd wait until it like is bottoming out or something, or I think it's bottoming out, and maybe time the bottom, or just take a position and wait for the next move. ATER. Let's take a look at what's going on over here. So ATER was down 2.77%. And, you know, we can kind of take a look at these stocks. Take a look at BBIG. What happened, right? Look how similar these charts are. Let me put these side by side. Grid, side by side. ATER. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 4 hour, put this on the 4 hour. Look how similar these are, right? Let me bring this back. Look at this. It has its run, and then it drops, you know, it like has its initial drop. We'll count it from right here, right? Has its initial drop, recovers, initial drop, recovers, drops again, little bounce, drops again, little bounce, right? It's very, very, very similar. And here we saw what happened here. Look, like a George W, right? I don't know if I'd consider this really a George W, but it's a double bottom. I'll take it as a double bottom, actually. So we have this double bottom here. What do we see right here? Look, bottom. It's kind of a weird, like bottom, and then a this could be the bottom, or it could be a little bit more. Me personally, if I hadn't I'm already in ATER, but if I hadn't taken a position in ATER, I'd probably take it relatively soon, because it could have the run anytime now. Granted, this one ran, you know, the numbers, I really don't know if this is the bottom. This could be, see right here, we had a double bottom, and then it continued to drop a little more. Even then, you know, I think if it drops to like $6, I'd still be happy with my $8 position, especially if I think it's going to squeeze and go crazy, right? Like if I think it's going to go nuts, then, you know, $1 off, you know, big whoop. Even $2 off, not that big a deal, although it is a it's a nice percentage. But even then, I'd rather be in and gain like a little bit less than try to time the bottom and just not be like what PROG. I have zero reason why I didn't take my position, because I really, really, really wanted to, and I missed out. Rather than, so yeah, that's kind of my philosophy with this. What's up, Bambino? I don't know why these notifications are so sketchy. So that's what's going on with ATER. Let's take a look in Vortex. Boom. We can see right here the Ortex information. Utilization is at 98.16%. Super good. Shares on loan is not quite the all-time high. It's down just a little bit, 14 million. All-time high being around 17, almost 18 million. So it's about 4 million off from the all-time high. Free float percentage of the loan. Take a look at this. This is extremely ridiculous. 70% of the free float is on loan. The shorts are holding this stock, and if the diamond-handed apes, hey, what's up, diamond backhand? What is up, my friend? If the diamond-headed apes held like this stock theoretically, I mean, imagine the crazy kind of growth this thing could have, like just insane. Like absolutely. Diamond, we're going to talk about PROG. Trust me, that is coming up very, very soon. Shares on loan, and the short interest is, wow, down a lot, right? Especially from where it's been. It just continues to drop. But either way, like with the utilization being so high, the short interest, remember, is plenty high. 15% and up, even less than 15% is extremely high. This one is ATER right here. You see it at the top and right here. Yeah, this one's pretty nice as well. Let's see what else we have. Workhorse. I'm telling you, Workhorse is probably one of my absolute... how do I put this? one of the stocks that I'm most bullish in. I have a position in here because if you look at these numbers, I mean, it's unreal. These numbers are unreal for this stock. Utilization 100%. 100%. Remember, they've been stuck in this position because they lost their USPS contract. Then they try to, you know, they're just in a bad spot media wise, right? They're just in a bad spot media wise. But look at utilizations at 100%, shares on loan at, I'll call that the all-time high. It's off by 100, 200,000 barely. I'll call this an all-time high shares on loan. And the short interest is not quite the all-time high, but 41% is ridiculous. Free float on loan is 74%, right? Just insane. Insane. I think that this stock, similar to PROG, I think this stock is actually the most similar to PROG in the sense of how heavily shorted they are. As a matter of fact, I think they're so similar. I'm going to pull them up next to each other in here, and we're going to talk about PROG over here. Where do we have PROG? Right here. And I'm not talking about the chart setup, so I don't know why I'm pulling up this chart setup. I want to take a look at PROG over here on Ortex. And I'm going to compare some of these numbers, right? And this is important, right? I'm telling you guys, I've been looking at these numbers to analyze them as much as possible. And I found some interesting things, right? I found that I think I'm starting to find, and this is why I'm so upset that I didn't take my position in PROG, because it ticked all of my boxes that I've been trying to hit for this, right? It hit all my boxes for taking position for potential big move. Now, take a look here. Utilization, right? Utilization near 100%. For me, I'm looking at 98% plus, right? I think 98% plus is my favorite for a quick move that is probably going to go. That's going to go. Okay, the shares on loan. Now, PROG. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, so PROG jumped like this, right? And crazy jump, right? And so remember, this still hasn't updated, so this is going to update soon, but let's look at what's going on here. So let's start with the percentage of the free float on loan, right? We're going to compare these two, PROG to Workhorse. PROG 58.87, Workhorse 74%. Okay, so Workhorse is looking even better here. And we're looking at the percentage. We're going to skip these. Days to cover 1.2. Remember, days to cover is the shares on loan, and I think it has a better description here. Days to cover. How many days volume the current shares on loan equate to? No, average daily volume. I believe it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is. Why do you think it's too late? I don't know who said that, but I don't think it's too late to get in PROG. And I can clarify. So PROG, all I'm saying is these numbers are T+2, so they're going to update tomorrow. So these aren't the same numbers, but I don't think it's too late to get in PROG. I think that it's going to retrace a little bit, and it might take a little bit longer for it to have a move, but we've seen that it's possible for it to have a move. I'm personally upset I didn't take a position, but I don't think this is over. But so let's continue. So I believe days to cover, you want it to probably the higher the better. This one's at 11 versus 1. Cost to borrow is, so these are a little bit different. That's not one of the metrics I look at. Short interest is one I look at. And is that what I've been looking at? Something like that. I don't know. But I really like Workhorse is what I'm getting at. PROG, very upset I didn't take a move. Like I said, these numbers are all-time highs, basically, or they are all-time highs. Currently, I think that it's going to change just a little bit because of the T+2. These numbers are going to update tomorrow, and so we'll see where they go to. I'm going to switch back to the one chart so we can get back in order. Nikola, I'm super bullish on 7.68%. It was up today. Let's take a quick look at Nikola. Yeah, so these are super high. There really hasn't been a move. Even with today's move, I don't see this going much lower, especially since, as long as it doesn't go below 82 million shares on loan, which I don't know, it might. but and the utilization, where is it, up here? We'll see what happens with it, but I really don't know if it's going to move too crazy. PROG Massive Cup could be. Okay, I like Nicola. What else? Small Direct Club. Let's take a look at Small Direct Club. Oh, I'm already here. All right, Small Direct Club. Let's take a look at the utilization, 96.15. Down a little bit. Is this from the T plus? Yeah, I'm not sure why it dropped like that. This shares on loan down from the all-time high being 59 million, currently at 54 million. And the short interest is down a lot, but it's still above 35%, all-time high being 57%. So insane, right? What else do we have here? Oh, PROG. Okay, so actually something else that I wanted to show, I forgot who said it in the chat earlier, but someone mentioned this. So here's another options trade that I found for stocks that are extremely volatile, aka these heavily shorted quote unquote meme stocks. And so this is one that I've been looking at. So if you want to look at, I'm trying to think of one that is pretty good, super BBIG, pretty volatile, right? Going to go up and down these crazy amounts. So I found a new option strategy that I think is pretty interesting. It's called the straddle. And so straddle, basically, if it goes up or down, you can make money, right? And so I just like looking at the chart. I don't like to read these tables and stuff. You know, you can read it and understand it and everything, but I feel like the graphs are just so easy. And you can see here, right? So this one had a huge move. So if this one, and this is for Friday, so just keep that in mind. But if this one right here, we can see they're at $7 currently, right? Easy peasy. So right here, I have the option for, you know, this is $6.50. Let's say you wanted to do $7. Do I like $7? Yeah. Let's say you think, okay, this thing moved too crazy. It's going to retrace hard. What you can do is you can buy the straddle, and if it goes up significantly past $8.29, you make money. If it goes down significantly, if it retraces like crazy and goes below 571, which, you know, we've seen harsh retracements like that before, then you make money. And I think this is a pretty cool one, especially for these ones that are super volatile, because you can just, I mean, as long as it's not flat, you're good to go, right? As long as it's not flat, you're good to go. And I thought this is pretty interesting for straddle. I don't know if I would like to play it, but I think I need to find the right stock. I wonder if it'd be better on something like Tesla. Let's see if we were to play it on something like Tesla. I'm curious what it would look like for them, for the amounts. Let's go to be right. You know, you guys know how I like to do it. I like to be, you know, just near the money. So let's see, 805 is what it is. Let's click 805 here, and let's look at the graph. See, this one's a lot wider by Friday. 783. When was the last time it was at 783? Oh, just like 6 days ago. Okay, this actually might be a pretty legit trading strategy for realistically any stock, but something that's like super volatile. This could be a pretty good option to play. But always, you know, always make sure you're being very careful with options. Make sure you fully understand what you're getting yourself into before you do it. But I thought this is a pretty cool trading. I don't know what the word is. I thought that was a pretty cool way to trade options. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. All right, let's go and continue over here. Before I continue, actually, I do want to look at the tops for the day. I want to see, first of all, let's see if anybody's moving in the after hours over here. BBIG up 8.92%. CEI all over the place. All right, let's look at the top losers in the after hours. All right, that's all right. Okay, let's see who moved on the 1 day. Top gainers. Oh, one day. Jeez. Costs up 24%. BBIG 19%. OCGN 18%. Not bad, not bad. Top losers. One day. See, it was a top gainer and loser. CEI. Oh, that was in the after hours for the losers. Yikes. No bueno. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, thank you, Diamond. Please. Hey, what's up, Lee? Okay, so let me show you guys some new ones that I found that I'm a little curious about. Was ChargePoint one of them? I don't know why this one's on here, but I do like the concept of ChargePoint. Nope, ChargePoint was not one of them, and I'm glad we can take a look at this and very clearly see that I'm not interested in ChargePoint for a short squeeze position. Yeah. I don't think so. Which is fair. Okay, so not ChargePoint. That's not the one I wanted to see. EYEG. Why is this one up? Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. So let me show you. Okay, so yeah, this is one of them. Let me show you why I'm into this play, right? Look at this first. Let me show you this. The only thing, oh man, the short interest, the only thing is the short interest was above 16 previously. I don't know why it just dropped like a sack of potatoes, but I YOLO'd $110 strike for PROG this Friday. That'll print so nicely, I'm sure. My goodness. Okay, so let me show you why I like this stock. I'm kind of on the fence now that the short interest dropped so significantly just now, like today with their update, which is a little disappointing. But let's take a look at PROG before their move, right? PROG, let me just remove some of these things. And this one. See how the short interest and the, what else hopped up? Yeah, the short interest and the shares on loan both just launched, right? They launched about 12 days ago, we'll say, and they just went crazy. Now take a look over here, right? This one had something similar, but that's with the utilization though. The only thing is this is with the utilization, but the short interest, if it didn't plummet today, it would look very similar to me to PROG, considering there has been zero price movement, right? Look at it, it's flat. Look at the price. Oh my gosh, it's flat over here, right? We can see, and I feel like I wonder if this one is going to make a huge move. Then it's just not quite there yet. I'm not going to take a position in it, but I thought it was pretty interesting how this all jumped up very similar to PROG. It's just unfortunate how that short interest kind of plummeted. But I am going to continue to watch this one because I think it's interesting. JFU, let's see if this one, 9F, yes. So this is another one I believe that based on the Ortex numbers looks pretty interesting, but again, the short interest is what's freaking killing me. But look at the utilization, tapped out over here. No, why did I even have this one up? I don't know why I have this one up. Never mind. My bad. Utilization is pretty dang high though. August, September, they had a short squeeze. I don't know why I had this one on here, to be honest. Let me see if I have BL. Let's see if this one has anything interesting. Shares on loan, Not quite the all-time high, but 19 million to 18 million. All right, that's nice. Short interest 34%. I'll take it. Utilization 100%. It's been at 100% since August 3rd for a long time. So this is another one that could actually go on another run. I don't have a position in here. Free float percent of the free float on loan is 49%. I don't have a position. Days to cover is 12. Jeez. I don't have a position in here, but I do like this where this is at, right? I really do like where this is at. Yeah. Yes, I do. Let's also take a look. We'll go over to Ortex. We'll go ahead and hop over to here and we'll see if there's anything that had a, we'll go to trading signals. And let's see if there was anything that had a short squeeze signal. Velocity, yes, we did look at Ortex for BBIG. I think I have it here. I can probably pause it for you right here, and I'll select them all for you really quick. Right here, and I'll hover for you, and you can like pause it or something. This is where we currently are. This is for yesterday's information. Today hasn't really updated yet. I know we had a little move today, so it'll be T+2. So I'll leave that there for you for a second. I like the stock. So you're looking here. Okay, so a few short squeeze trading signals. These are like not as significant as these. Small Direct Club short squeeze trading signal triggered October 7th, right? A few days ago. This one right here. So sometimes they're just triggered. I don't know if this one had a move. Let's take a look. It looks like it may have had a move. And then we'll look at the short interest for the stock. The only thing is, see, some of these look like that. Shares on loan utilization was this high. When was this triggered again? On October 8th. Shares on loan. That's all we can really see. We can't really see anything else like the short interest, I don't believe. Yeah. So shares on loan, all-time high. Utilization, 92%. So take that for what it is. And then there's a bunch down here. This one was triggered today, TTM. Man, Small Direct Club had a October 6th and 7th, 2 on October 6th. Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3 was just triggered, which is the highest one. What was the other one? This is the motors one that we were talking about. TTM. See, this is where it gets me a little tricky. I wonder what the short interest even needs to be for it to move. Because the short squeeze is supposed to get a patent approval soon. Ooh, that'd be pretty nice, Dan. That could be a great catalyst for some moves, right? What's up, Equinox? So, see, what confuses me is like, look, this one was just triggered for a short squeeze, right? But then again, I guess it was only type, or it was a type 3. That's like the highest it can get. But although the significance over here has a lower percentage, I'm not sure why. It's only 70% rather than the 85%. So just keep that in mind. We'll look at the other metrics for just a second. Shares on loan, not quite the all-time high, but pretty dang close. 2 million off. Utilization is at 94, which is not the all-time high. 95 is the all-time high. And it looks like the stock recently moved anyway. So now what's going on here? TTM. Oh my gosh, it went crazy. When was this triggered? Oh, triggered today. But wait a second, this has been going on for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these numbers are just so crazy. Gary says, are you trading AMC shares or options while we wait? Gary, I'm not trading any AMC currently. I'm holding my position and not touching it at all. I'm playing with other side money that is chump change compared to AMC, my position in AMC. That's what's going on there. Let's take a look at, we'll pull this up over here really quick. I do want to take a look at the short interest information for, not specifically AMC, but I want to look at the, what is this thing called? Short squeeze leaderboard, right? PROG still leading the pack right here. PROG was on this list, and I did call this out on the stream previously. How it was number one. It moved recently, but it looks like it's back. Mayrin is all the way up here as well. I don't know if Mayrin is back on the possibility list. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh. I'm all right. Yeah. Let's see how I feel about this one personally. And remember, this is my own personal thoughts. I don't know what I'm even talking about. I don't know. I don't like Mayrin on this list. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know how these numbers are determined. Small Direct Club is number 10 on this list. That makes way more sense than Mayrin. BBIG was on this list for like 3 weeks. Now we're seeing action. Fair enough. And then it has this T. What does this T stand for? CEI is on this list. We'll take a look. BBIG is on this list. ATER is on this list. Yeah, I mean, all the stocks are on this list, which feels kind of good. But I think we just have to see, like, you know, what's going on. What do you think is going to move? And you're going to have to make your own decisions here. And so that's something you're going to have to definitely keep in mind when you're looking at this stuff, because it's tricky. It is very tricky. I should have taken that position in PROG like I really had planned. I just waited for no reason. Gary says the option spreads are wicked good. You can almost day trade the options in AMC. Just take a look sometime. Yeah, actually, I heard that AMC is basically leveled off to where it was like before it went all crazy and everything, which is pretty nice to know, you know, considering all the craziness that's been going on. It was super volatile, just like it was super expensive and everything when I was trying to buy more options. So hey, that's actually not too bad if you want to bet on it for Friday. If it goes to like $40 by Friday, what would that be? That's some pretty serious money. One that I'm curious about actually is just the stocks I've been looking at, right? So if I were to play this, I'd probably play it, you know, if I was feeling risky, I'd probably play it a little bit out. So let's say I put this one, let's say I put, I don't know, $1,000 on it. I like to just do pretty round numbers. Wow, even $1,000 even. Let's say this thing goes to 13 bucks. That's all I'd make. That's disappointing. Workhorse. October. Let's do the early November. This thing went to $8. Yeah. Just hit 3K in AMC shares. Very nice chain. Congratulations. That's sick. I know you're looking at Ford. Did you hear how they announced doing their 7-year financing removed from their credit score requirements? What? Oh, 7-year fine. You know what? I have seen some people doing 72. Is that 72 months? I've seen some 72-month financing. Oh, 6 year. Wow. That's a long time. That's kind of ridiculous, but I guess your payments are lower, but you're paying a lot more in interest. But I don't know. Sell options, buying is dangerous, and yes, you can go at least to November monthly. What was I gonna look at? Workhorse. I'm telling you, I'm a huge big fan. Let me see how much this will cost me. Say it goes to, I don't know, 14 bucks. I don't know. No risk, no reward. 84 months? That's ridiculous, dude. I don't even know. Okay, perfect. I think that was everything I wanted to go over today. I feel pretty good about it. I'm good about my positions and everything. I wanted to share those few extra ones with you. I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking position in these stocks up here, but I do want to keep an eye out on them just to see if there's any kind of moves. I'm still, looking for this kind of good stuff. Tony, I did cover SDC already, Small Direct Club. I'll get it pulled up really quick. Where we at? I might have already closed it. And I'll let you look at the short information really quick. This way you have it. Quick recap. I'm very bullish on Small Direct Club. They just had a short squeeze signal indicator. I'll pull it up here really quick. And wait, where was this? October 7th. There was a short squeeze indicator. Solid. Like, this thing is probably primed and ready to go. I'll hover over these numbers really quick so you can see them. I'll do these last few days. This way you can see exactly where everything is. And you can pause it or something. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there, guys. I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me. It was so nice to be back, I'm telling you. But yeah, so like I said, I'll call it. You guys have a fantastic night. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.